Hi everybody, thank you so much for joining me today and welcome to your Pilates class. Today's class we will be using a foam roller, so if you have one you can grab it now. If you don't worry, you will still be able to do all of the exercises. I'm going to be starting at a beginner level and progressing the class as it goes through. So feel free throughout to regress or modify as you need to based on where your abilities and experience are in Pilates. So just put the foam roller to the side for now. And then bring yourself over and lie onto your back. Take the heels of your hands and place them to your ASIS bones. Those are the bony landmarks that we sometimes refer to as our hip bones. And then bring your fingertips down towards your pubic bone. Now you will have formed a triangle with your hands that we want to have move now through space as you move your pelvis. So exhale. Posterior tilting, spine imprints into the mat underneath. Inhale, bring your pubic bone down towards the floor. Again, exhaling, finding that spinal imprint underneath of you. Inhaling, find the natural curvature underneath your spine. Continue progressing through here at your own pace. This is pelvic mobility, so we are moving your pelvis posteriorly when your spine imprints down, and then anteriorly when your pubic bone presses down. And we're doing this to, one, encourage pelvic mobility, but also to help you become aware in your body of where your pelvis is in space, because much of Pilates happens in neutral pelvis. So we're going to find your neutral pelvis now, and that is halfway between your posterior and anterior with your triangle basically parallel to the ceiling. Now this may or may not feel comfortable to you, but I encourage you to try to maintain it throughout the class. Reach your arms up overhead. Take a nice deep breath in. Feel your ribs expand. Exhale, feel them come together. Feel as you exhale and your ribs come together that you draw your belly in. Lift your pelvic floor. This time as you inhale, allow your arms to elevate up some, protracting your scapulae. And then exhale, belly comes in, retracting your scapulae. Inhale, lifting up, exhale, squeezing your shoulder blades together underneath of you. Lifting, lowering, still checking in with that strong core coming to work and your pelvis staying neutral. So as you progress through this, I want you to really feel a sense of strength through your shoulders and from your pelvis at the bottom. So your tailbone presses down, your shoulders press down at the same time. Natural curvature here, narrowing at your waist, abdominals engaged. Now this time leave your scapulae retracted, so that's where they're pressing down to the mat, and then lower your arms down, lift them up. And I want you to really be intentional with that. Imagine that you're wading them through water, resisting to press them down, and then wading through water, resisting to lift them up. Engaging now with your core. Exhale, core turns on as you press. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lift your pelvic floor. Inhale to return. Now remember, you can take this as slow as you wish. This first little bit is to really allow you to get that body awareness and get connected into your body and get out of your doing distracted brain and into your curious, mindful, aware brain. Last one, and then bring your hands down by your sides. Take a nice deep breath in and let it out. By now you should be really aware of how your breath is moving through your body. Hold on to that as we proceed through the class. Lift your right foot slightly off the floor. Inhale, press your leg out straight. Flex your foot, exhale, pull it back in. Continue on. Inhale, press. Exhale, pull. Now check in with your pelvis. Go back to how we set it up at the beginning. See that it's staying the same. So it's like you have a glass of water here and it's balancing and you don't want it to spill. So nothing is disturbed in your middle or shifting around. Find as you pull your heel back that you're driving it towards your sits bone and getting your hamstring activated. Exhale, pelvic floor, hamstring. Plant the right down, continue on with the left. Press it out long. Exhale, pull it back in. Get a sense of pressing through fully all the way, hip flexor releases. Pull back. Hamstring engages. Inhale, press. Exhale, draw your ribs together, pelvic floor lifts. Pull in. Now I know it seems like there's a lot to think about on this very basic movement, but this is the beauty of Pilates. When we set up the fundamentals and we start from the bottom and we connect you from your body at the very beginning, then you can stay connected the whole time. Plant that foot down. Lift your right leg up into tabletop and then lower it down to a hover. So just lifting and lowering. And connect to your center here and check that it's not blasting out. So as you lift, you exhale, draw your belly in, ribs come together. Now we're gonna add the left. So the right comes up, left comes up, right comes down, left comes down. Nothing changes in your middle. Now if you start doing this and you immediately feel your back turn on, or you feel that your pelvis shifts, then go back to having one foot on the floor. Really finding that strong control right from your middle. One more on either side. And then this time you can plant your feet down. Lift your arms back up. We're going to put that together in your dead bug. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, feel your scapulae retract. So set up your arms. Inhale to prepare. Feel your core engage and lift one leg up, other leg up into tabletop. Everything stays the same in your middle, and then you take out opposite arm, opposite leg. Doesn't matter where you start. Press them out straight, pull them back in. So the arm and the leg that are not moving, stay in the spot, stay in the center, undisturbed like your pelvis and core. Really feel that you're drawing your belly in, narrowing at your waist. It comes right in here in the middle. We're adding some coordination here. Another principle of Pilates with your centering and concentration. One more on either side. And then bring your feet down, arms down, abs turn off. Take a nice breath in there, and then let it out. Now take your hand up and roll yourself over onto your right side. Have a bend in your bottom leg. Lengthen out the top leg. So to start, I want you to just lengthen out and leave it resting on the floor, because I want you to try to get a sense of narrowing at your waist here, controlling from underneath, and like your leg is then being pulled away from your ischium. So this time as you exhale, pull it up and lift it and lower it back down. So when I say pulling, I want this sense of that it's being pulled out so much that it lifts up to parallel and comes back down. Again, find that narrowing, find that control right from the bottom. You're being wrapped up around your middle. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Start to find your glute engaging here. So as you lift up, feel that your hamstring is turning on from your pelvic floor work. Now this time, hold it up, flex your foot, bend your knee into 90 degrees, press it out straight. Imagine that your inner thigh is staying parallel and floating along the floor. So there's no change in terms of your knee doesn't come up or come down, just gliding it along, flexing through your hip, pressing your leg out long. And as you bring your leg up, feel that your belly draws in. Pelvic floor lifts, core engages, press your leg long. Stay in this. Don't let your mind wander, your thoughts distract you. Remember that setup that we did at the beginning where you connect it right to your body. Last one, holding it out long this time to stay there, flex and point. Getting a little bit of footwork here. As you draw your toes up, flexing, press your heel away from you. Driving it through as long as you can. And see if you can get it working up into your calf, into your hamstring, all the way up the back of your leg. Stay with me, almost there. 3, 2, last one. Excellent, bring that leg down. Now just bring your bottom leg up a little further, and you're gonna bring yourself up to sit into your mermaid or Z-sit position. So start with yourself sitting tall here. And then my feet and legs are to the left side, so I'm gonna come down on my right forearm and press over long. Lengthening out. And then coming through other direction, folding over. Now this is the first little bit of lateral flexion that we've done. So you might notice that it feels kind of like a new, fresh movement there on your sides. Really lean into that. Exhale, pull your belly in, feel that folding underneath and the lengthening across the top. Last one here. And then coming up, stay in that position and grab your foam roller. This time, you're going to rotate towards you're gonna have your foam roller with both hands on it, and you're gonna rotate towards the right side. And then you're going to press the foam roller away from you, continuing to allow yourself to come through your rotation. And then pulling yourself back in. Now you might have to adjust the foam roller to find the position that works to rotate through. Pressing through, being really mindful of what your shoulders are doing, so we don't want them to be elevated up here. Last one on this side. And of course, if this doesn't feel good, go back to the other version. Sorry, leave your foam roller there. We're gonna go out again, but this time you're gonna come on top of your foam roller. So exhale, pressing out to the side, folding across, bringing it back up. So we've progressed this a little bit. This is stronger work for your abdominals. Really get involved there in your body. Feel that increase of strength and ask for it. Work from the center, pull your belly in. Find that edge where you can push a little further. Very good, last one there. And now take your foam, or take yourself and flip yourself over into your 4-point kneeling. Now you're gonna have your hands on the foam roller, and we're gonna take this through several layers. So to start, just have your hands so that they are underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And then press the foam roller slightly away from you. Your wrists will become neutral. Pull them back under. Now you will quite quickly feel that this starts to turn on from your abdominals more. This is good, this is what we want. So exhale as you open. Draw your belly in, narrowing at your waist. Now if that feels good for you, you can stay there in that version. If you would like to make it more challenging, bring your knees back Arms slightly away from you so they're no longer underneath your shoulders. And then lean your body forward, releasing at the hips, drawing your belly in. And then coming back again. Pressing forward. Now this is not just a dump into the spine, so I'm not doing this and just letting my spine release, or my lower back take the load, I should say. What I'm doing is turning on from my core, and then with control, releasing across my hip flexors. So that takes some core control, and if it's not for you today, that is fine. Doing one more of whatever variation you're choosing. And then scoot the roller back so that now you're going to come onto your palms and the roller is going to be underneath your patella. So just in that little spot right there below your kneecap. Again, finding your work here from your center. Feeling that core engagement underneath. Now to start, just leave your toes down, and I just want you to hover your body forward and press it back. Like someone is pulling the crown of your head and then pulling on your tailbone. And feel how you establish some, not strength in your spine, but some consistency in your spine. So it's going to be up a little at an angle because of the foam roller, but we don't want it to be dumping down like this or arched up like this. So it's neutral at that angle. Now pause with your shoulders over your hands. Leave your left knee on the roller. Lift your right leg up. Lift and lower. Now I've left my toes on there on the left. You can do that, or you can lift them off and it makes more work for your balance. So find your variation, find the work from your core, keeping your spine in the same spot, working through your glute here as you lift and lower. 3, 2, now hold it up, flex your foot, bend, extend, bend, extend. Straighten your leg completely, feel your quad flex, feel that your hamstring works, feel that your core engages underneath. 3, 2, last one. Bring that knee down. Take your right leg, it stays on the roller. Lift your left leg up, lengthen it out. Lift and lower. Toes off on the right if you wish. Feel that you're lengthening out through your neck. Remember, your neck is part of your spine. So someone is pulling on the crown of your head and pulling it all along your spine. Don't let your head dangle down here. Really find that length. Checking in with your deep core. 3, 2, last one. Now flex your foot, bend, and straighten. Knee flexion and extension here, so it's really good for knee rehab if you have any problems with your knees. Connect with your breath, stay in it, don't get distracted. 3, 2, last one. Very good. Now bring yourself down. You can come off the foam roller and just separate your knees out. Take the foam roller underneath your hands and press it along, opening up into your child's pose. Just let yourself have a little bit of a dangle there, head coming between your arms if that feels okay. And of course you can do this without the foam roller as well. And then peel yourself up, flip the foam roller over to the other side, and you're going to bring your legs now over to the feet and legs to the right side. Sit yourself up tall from here, starting with your mermaid. So your left hand comes down, a forearm comes down, folding across, pressing long. And then bring yourself back up, other side. So allowing yourself to be intentional here. Pressing with your fingertips all the way down your side. Trying to fold here, not just drop your body over. And then imagining that you have to pick your body up as you come over to the other side. Exhale. Ribs are together. Imagine that you are folding between two panes of glass. One in front of you, one behind you. Last one here. And then bring your roller over to that side. Take both of your palms on it. Rotate yourself around to face towards the roller. And then roll it slightly away from you. Coming through a little bit of extension here. And then rolling it back in. Now we are doing spinal extension and rotation here. So there's lots going on. If this doesn't feel good in your body, then choose the variation from before. This is what I mentioned at the beginning of the class, where there's always the option to regress or modify. And then bring yourself up, facing forward again. Folding across. Exhale. And then resist as you return. Exhale, draw your belly in, folding down. Pick your belly up, pick up from the bottom here as you pull up. So good, one more here, lateral flexion for your spine, such a good amount of work for it. Excellent job. Now just flip your foam roller over down to your feet end. We're gonna need it in a little bit. But for now, we're gonna come down onto your left side. Lengthening out. Having that left leg, on the bottom with your knee bent. And then the right leg is extended out straight on the top. Now come through the setup and organize your body like we did the first time. So feel that you are narrowing at your waist underneath, picking your belly up, lengthening out, ribs together, pelvis is neutral. And then exhale, feel that your leg is lengthened out so much that it lifts and then lowers. Really find that connection here from your center, drawing in, exhale, letting you lift up. This is not just a passive lift up, drop your leg down movement. This is a very intentional, connected movement. And I want you to imagine that the only way your leg can move is when you connect here from your center to help lift it. Not from gravity, not from just up and down kicking. When you get that connection from the center, the rest of your body really doesn't shift. So if I just kick my leg, notice how my upper body moves a lot. When you connect from the center and ground yourself down from there, that doesn't happen. Hold it up, flex your foot, bend your knee, pressing it out straight. Gliding your inner thigh, parallel to the floor. Staying really intentional and not getting partway there or settling for half. So press your leg out completely straight. Drive through your heel. Glide your inner thigh along the floor. Feel that you are intentionally moving your body because you can and because it's nice and it feels good and because you showed up to do that. Now hold this one out straight, flex and point. Feel again like you're driving through your foot, driving through your heel all the way up the back side of your leg. And then when you dorsiflex and your toes point, feel it that you're working so much that you get work on the top of your foot. That's how much I want you to press through. 3, 2, last one. Excellent job. Okay, now roll over onto your back and take that right leg and give it a little stretch. Just releasing there and stretching out through your glute. And then take your right leg and cross it, or take it off, sorry, and bring it to tabletop. Check in that you have your neutral pelvis. Hands come behind to support your neck. Exhale, upper abdominal lift, coming down. Now I have intentionally set you up with one leg in tabletop and one leg on the floor, but if you would like to have both feet on the floor because this is too much, then that is totally fine. Continue as you are like this, or when you come up, coming and pressing your arms through, getting that little extra lift, and then coming back down. So again, this is an option. Take it or leave it. Find what fits in your body and works in your body, and challenge yourself. But not to the point of pain and unwanted discomfort. Yes, Pilates can be uncomfortable, but not hurting yourself painful. Now hold up on your last one. Take just your outside hand, press it against your knee, and your hand against your knee and your knee against your hand. Stay up, exhale, feel that resistance. Keep drawing your belly in, core stays engaged, ribs come together. So we're doing a bit of an isometric hold here. Really finding that work. Connecting from your breath. 3, 2, last one. Good, come down, hug your knee into your chest, and lengthen out your left leg. Just have a little bit of a reprieve there. And then from there, bend your left leg back up. Right leg comes out straight. External rotation, circling around. Now it's almost actually like the letter D, because your leg is here and you're going to come up parallel to your leg and then make a semicircle or a half circle on the other side. All while keeping your pelvis in the same spot. So that's the challenge of this one, that your pelvis wants to tip to one side, switch directions. And so I've put your bent knee there as a guide to help you with your midline, to gain awareness in your body. Last one. Good, now plant that leg down. Take your left leg up to tabletop. Hands behind to support your neck. Inhale to prepare, exhale, upper abdominal lift. See if you can have your core working here from your lower transverse abdominis and your pelvic floor to also play a role in holding your leg up. So if you're just really flexing here at your quad and holding your hip flexor really tight, then it's going to get fatigued really quickly. But if you can find some more work from your center to help you with that, then you're going to be able to hold it up with much more ease. Same thing as before, hands come off if you wish, pressing through. Exhale to come up, driving through. Really feeling that work, ask for the work. Deep core, narrowing at your waist. Belly button comes in, ribs come together. Now hold up on this one. Outside hand against your knee. Press knee to hand, hand to knee. Exhale. Draw your belly in. Strong work from your center. Isometric hold. Keeping engaged from your abdominals. Keeping engaged from your mind. 3, 2, 1. Good, bringing it down, left knee hugs in, straighten your right leg out. Have that little pause there for a second. And then right leg bends, left leg straightens, external rotation, drawing through your D. So it doesn't matter how big your circle / letter D is. It doesn't matter how close it comes up to being 90 degrees. So you'll notice I don't bring mine all the way up, because as soon as I do that, then I lose my neutral pelvis. So get into your body, find what's happening, what's working, what's not working, how you can improve and grow. Switch directions. And don't be afraid to regress if you need to. And of course, don't be afraid to get really hands-on and see what's happening. Last one. Very good. Now hug both your knees into your chest. Gently rocking from side to side. And then bring your feet back down. Knees are bent. And we're going to do a little bit of work for your obliques. So take your hands behind your head again, supporting your neck. Exhale. This time you're coming up, folding over to one side, coming back down, folding over to the other side. Back to foundations here. Feel that you are lifting your armpit up towards your quad and you're peeling your ribs back off from behind you. So not this stuff, okay? Not where you're jamming your elbow over and bending your head. It's where it comes from right back in the very behind, and your oblique abdominals here cross over, and I want you to feel like you have this sensation of them crossing and pulling in. And of course, ribs come together, neutral pelvis, strong from your center. Exhale to fold. Now continue as you are, or if you want to take it to the next level, then you add the arms again. So you come up, press through, coming back down. Other side, up, pressing through, return. Find that work right from your breath. Exhale. Imagine someone is pulling on your arm across your body, and that's going to help you get that sensation of peeling your ribs off and connecting right from your center. Good, one more on either side. And then bring it down. This time straighten out your left leg and your right arm comes up. Now we're going to continue with the oblique work, but you're going to have one arm and one leg straight. So you exhale, cross over, bringing them towards each other, and then bring yourself back down. Just staying with same leg, same arm for now. So exhale, crossing over, returning. Getting that sensation of crossover in your body, ribs peeling up behind you and coming together in the front. And really feeling that you're narrowing at your waist to do this. One more here. Good. Left leg bends, right leg straightens. Left arm straightens, switching over to the other side. So in Pilates, we can increase the intensity through the challenge level of the exercise, through the how long we do it for, or for how long we do or don't rest in between. So you can do the same at home. You can make this more intense by resting less or completing more reps, or you can de-intensify it by resting for longer. And of course, the modifications that I offer also make it more or less intense. And intense is not a good or bad thing, it's just what's right for your body. Last one here. Excellent job. Hug your knees in. Just gently rocking from side to side. Really great work here. And then lengthen your legs all the way out. Stretching. Feeling that opening now across your front from all that lovely core work that we did. And then we're going to use your foam roller underneath your feet. So if you can reach it with your feet and just place it on the bottom of the mat, do that. Or just bring yourself up and put it on the bottom. Now, take your feet and place them so that they're on the very top of the foam roller. So it's almost like you're trying to stand on top of the roller. And then from there, check in. We want your neutral pelvis again. So none of this like bracing and imprinting down to this into the mat. And imagine that you're going to become a bird on the roller and that you're trying to squeeze your toes around the front and your heels around the back. And you should pretty quickly hear some firing or feel some firing up in your calves and your hamstrings, just like you're clenching down on the top. Feel that footwork. Don't be afraid of it. Don't back off of it. Stay in it. Keep breathing. Neutral pelvis, core work. Remember, your breath is your constant. Stay into it. Okay, now release your feet. And if you've got a little foot cramp or it feels like you're going to get a little foot cramp, then that is good. You did the right thing. Now, take your heels and you're going to come to the very back, so almost right by your Achilles where it inserts into the bottom of your foot, and press that down into the roller. Now, I want you to get your hamstrings fired up. So put your fingers back here. Find where your hamstrings insert near your glute, and that's the area that we want you to feel. So find your neutral pelvis again. Inhale to prepare. On your exhale, using your core and pelvic floor, lift up. Hips just come up and then imprint or place back down. So your spine and pelvis are not going to change. So we're not going through articulation. Just lift up. Feel your hamstrings engage. Stick yourself back down. Exhale. Ribs come together. Pelvic floor lifts. Hamstrings engage. Lifting up. Ribs together at the top. Checking in. And release. So when you come back down, you should feel that your tailbone just touches down. So there's no spinal change or pelvic change. Tailbone touches down. And by now you probably found your hamstrings. Hold up this time. Check your core. Ribs together. Push the roller slightly away. Pull it slightly in. I know you're up on the edge of your heel or the back of your heel, so you're not going to have much distance. But as you do this, glutes and hamstrings are going to really be working. Stay in it. Check in with your pelvis. It's neutral, not one side slipping down. Stay in control. Shoulders relaxed. 2 more. Very good. Now press yourself down. And then you can just press the roller away for a second. Straighten out your legs. Release your feet. Have a little pause. And then bring the roller back in. This time I want you to have be able to have your heels on. So you adjust as you need to make sure it's not too far away or too close. And we're going to come through your pelvic bridge. So for this one, we articulate through your spine. So exhale, posterior tilt your pelvis, draw your belly in, peeling yourself up. Now press into the roller as you come up and still feel your hamstrings engaging. Core work, ribs together at the top. And then articulate your way back. Start right up at your thoracic spine, imprinting from the top all the way down to the bottom. Keep going through this at your own pace. So really focusing now on that pelvic tilt posterior like we started with at the very beginning. Peel yourself off like a sticker all the way up. Hamstrings working from your pressing your heels in, pulling them towards your sits bones, pelvic floor, and then sticking yourself back down. Again, exhale, peeling up, pulling your belly in. Find that work right from your center. Sticking back down. Now you can continue doing it like this, or you can come through with me on the next one that is more challenging. Start is the same, posterior tilt, peeling yourself up. Leave your left foot on the foam roller, lift your right leg up, marching, coming down. Pelvis stays the same, not letting it dip down on one side, really drawing your ribs in, lifting your pelvic floor. Now place your right foot down, left lifts and lowers. So there's a really big transfer of load there over onto your standing leg glute. Really ask for that to come to work. Hamstring and glute are working here. Find it from your center. Get them to come to the party. Now you're alternating. So you step down left, right. Really get intentional and mindful of your pelvis. So not letting there be a really big dump down to the side as you shift. Get that control and awareness in your body. Last set. And then leave them both there, articulating your way back down. Good, extend your legs out. Place the foam roller underneath your calves. Flex your feet, point. Just feel that movement of your calf muscles underneath the roller. And then check that you have your neutral pelvis so that you're not just dumped back into here, okay? Neutral pelvis, flex your feet, draw your belly in, lift, and lower. So much less height this time. Still lots of core work. Still lots from your glutes and hamstrings. And when you come up, I don't want you to feel like you're just jamming yourself up here like this, okay? Get the control. You are in control of this and all your Pilates movements. It's this beautiful thing that you get to go inside your body, become aware, and be in control. Last one. Releasing down. So good. Hug your knees into your chest. Gently rocking from side to side. Reach your arms up and just move the roller out of the way so that you can lengthen out through your legs as well. Feeling your whole body lengthening out, stretching across your front. And then coming through your roll up, tuck your chin towards your chest, draw your belly in, articulating your way up. Push the roller to the side, we're done with it for now. Right leg is going to stay out straight. Left foot comes towards your right inner thigh. Start with yourself facing forward, with your hips facing forward, I should say. Arms come out. Exhale, rotate over to your straight leg. Draw your belly in as you fold forward. Twisting open, and then 3 pulses. Unravel, peel yourself back up, face towards the front. This is a variation of the saw, if you're familiar with Pilates. So we're trying to get your QL and some rotation and flexion here. So rotate, fold, exhale, twist, unravel, sticking it back up, articulating to tall. One more time. Inhale, bring yourself tall. Exhale, rotate, fold, twist open, and unravel back through the center. Leave your left knee there. Take your right leg and bring it all the way around and cross it over. And then twist through like you're trying to look over your right shoulder. And you're going to get some really great spinal rotation here. Excellent. Okay, switching it over. So now your left leg is straight, right foot comes to your left inner thigh. So take a second and set yourself up, facing forward, arms come out in front. Spinal rotation, flexion, lateral flexion, pulse. Unravel. So when we come through all 3 of those movements of your spine at the same time, we get to stretch your QL. That's the muscle right here that you are hopefully feeling stretch as we do this. Come with me one more time. Here we go. Exhale, rotate, flex, flex, unravel. Yes, so Oh, beautiful. Left foot comes around to the front. Rotating. Exhale, lengthen up tall. Find that twist like you're trying to turn your body like a corkscrew and look over your left side. Releasing from there. Bring yourself to a comfortable seated position. Take a nice breath in. Exhale. Releasing your shoulders, releasing your body, feeling a little bit of movement and how good it feels in your spine. And then inhaling, arms come up overhead, bringing them together, exhaling down to land in front of your heart. Pause there. Remind yourself that you're so friggin' awesome. That you showed up today to do this work, to look after yourself, to be in your body, to get curious, to challenge yourself. And that is a hard thing, and it is hard work. Show yourself some credit and gratitude, and let me also show you some gratitude for being here and doing this.